The star-studded TotalEnergies CAF Champions League group stages promises intense continental battles, but few are as intriguing as the clash between MC Alger and last season's finalists, Mamelodi Sundowns. Hello and welcome to Soccer Betting News. I'm your host, Deshaj, and joining me in studio today is African football expert, Mogale Sathekge.
Thank you so much, Deshaj, for welcoming me, and good afternoon to the listeners likewise.
This enticing Group C encounter has a subtle undertone as MC Alger coach Rulani Mokwena welcomes his former employees Mamelodi Sundowns to the iconic Ali La Pointe Stadium. Mo, what do you think is going to go through Rulani Mokwena's head as he lines up against Mamelodi Sundowns?
It's more like a Clash of the Titans fixture, bro, because it's Rulani against his former employees, it's Rulani against his former players, and it's Sundowns against their former employees and Sundowns players against their favorite coach, Sundowns players against their favorite coach. So I think what's going on in Rulani's mind right now is just to make sure that his team is going to give in and perform 100% on match day, because from preparations point of view for the game, and also the tactics and all the teams discussions that they're gonna have, is to say, guys, I know the philosophy, I know the culture of the club, I know the mentality, I know the way of doing things and stuff. So I think at this present moment, what's going on in his mind is that, how am I going to, with my experience that I have for the team, how am I going to use that to my advantage so that I can have an advantage or a leverage in this game? You get my point? But apart from that, I think he's more excited. We know how Rulani is. I mean, he's someone who likes challenges and so forth. It's so much great for him, the way I know his way of thinking, that he got to be paired in the same group as Mamelodi Sundowns, because those are the teams that if you play against in your CAF Champions League tournaments, you are really getting challenged. That might even determine how strong you are going to finish in the whole, or how far you're going to get in the whole tournament. You get my point? So I think Rulani right now is very much excited about it. He is looking forward to the game, and I mean, what can we say? He's been doing well with his team, so he's just positive about it. Yeah,
I mean, we know that his part in Mamelodi Sundowns' dominance is unequivocal, really. Do you think that he's going to use his intimate knowledge of the players, that possession-based football that they deploy, and looking at that almost perfect season, his final year with Mamelodi Sundowns, do you think emotions are going to run high this weekend?
The emotions are going to run high, obviously. Looking at the type of, or the kind of caliber the coach is. When you look at Coach Rulani Mokwena, and he also always wants to prove a point when he plays again. You saw that. We can liken that to the past rivalry in the PSL when he was at Sundowns, when he left Pirates to Sundowns. when he left Sundowns to Pirates. You could. There was always that tension in the room. That thing with him, the tension in the room, that I am Rulani Mokwena, I am here, and at the end of the day, I want to be the one being in charge or dominating. So I think it's going to be a good game from a football aspect point of view, but obviously from touchline point of view, in terms of the emotions and everything, that will depend also about the officiating, the behavior of the players on the field, on and off the field, for both teams, and also how the technical teams are going to treat one another. But apart from that, I can tell you that it's going to be a very crucial and a game with a lot of tension.
Mamelodi Sundowns got their CAF Champions League group stage after a winning start, running out 3-1 winners over St. Lupopo. Mo, what did you make about the performance from Masandawana, and especially Nuno Santos?
Oh, Nuno Santos, what a player. 2 goals on the match, and obviously Allende is getting a goal also on match day.
assisted by Nuno again.
Yeah, assisted by Nuno again. Nuno is quite a great player. We cannot yet say that he's the perfect replacement for Ribeiro, because Ribeiro was par excellence. He set the standard very high at Mamelodi Sundowns. But I can tell you that the player is getting there. He just needs to be more visible when they are playing bigger teams, you know. So I think this is the platform also, because MC Alger is not just a pushover. This is also another stage for us, for Nuno Santos to showcase his talent and his prowess and also his capabilities to say, you know what, whether I play against a Saint Lupopo or a Pirates or whatever, I can still perform to my best and highest capabilities. So
from what you've seen right now, is he going to be the player that will lead Sundowns to the CAF Champions League?
Obviously, he's going to be that kind of player, because Shikabala is currently not playing Tambazwani. You know, she's not there. So Nuno seems to be the player who says to the coach, you know what, this is me. Use me the way you used to use Ribeiro to... you know, make me the pawn in all of your games. Make me the guy who can actually give you all the important wins that you need. So I think it's going to be very much pivotal when it comes to Mamelodi Sundowns games.
And we've seen what he can do when he has that license, you know, just to run around the park, you know, knock around 1-2s, finding the assist as well for Alenda, as you mentioned.
Yes, he's more of a ball player. You must allow him to roam around. He's more like of your Rulani Mokwena, Sipombul, and I don't believe those type of players, you must tell them exactly what to do. Just let them exploit those spaces in the field of play, positional football, where they feel like they want to be and they can exploit that space of the and expose the opponents. Let them be. So I think Santos is... he came in handy for Mamelodi Sundowns, and I think it's paying off.
All right. Well, looking at the opposite number then, MC Alger coach Rulani Mokwena has ace up his sleeve. Mohamed Bangura has 10 goal assists from last season. You know that he played a few minutes against Al Hilal last weekend. Do you think he's going to prove the difference here?
What a player. We always tend to, you know, CAF is very exciting as a continental football competition, because you also get to see players that you never thought they existed in the African continent. Bangura, you're speaking about one player. I've been following MC Alger. They're also doing well in the league. I think they are sitting on number 1 or 2 now.
They're undefeated.
Yes, you know, they are undefeated since they've started playing. So this is a team that you can tell that they are focused and they want to reap the rewards this season. And that is under coach Rulani Mokwena. You get my point? So players like Bangura, it's players that you have, that Sundowns have to watch out. Like you said, in terms of the stats, when you look at his stats, you can tell this is a player. I mean, he's from Guinea. So you can see this guy is actually one of Rulani's weapons that he uses to win games.
And at the tender age of 21, I mean, he's just banging in goals, and I can't wait to see what he can do. We know that he was injured, but that seems to be a thing of the past.
He's obviously going to be a threat to the Mamelodi Sundowns team, and they need to be on the lookout or watch out for him. It's not even a secret. Looking at the stats that he's carrying since the season started to date, you get my point. You cannot undermine such kind of a player. I mean, for example, last season, Sundowns and Pirates were warned about Fiston Mayele. But for at some point, I think they didn't do their homeworks enough to say, you know what, we are getting warned about this player. We really need to watch out this player. So the very same thing about Bangura right now. There is no need for Sundowns players and defense or as a team or as a collective to undermine a player that is carrying such awesome stats at the present moment. So they need to watch out for Bangura as Mamelodi Sundowns.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned last season, because I for one saw Sundowns playing a very defensive approach for most of the latter stages of the CAF campaign. However, this time around, they ran out 8-1 winners over Remo Stars as well as 3-1 winners over Saint Lupopo. Do you think Cardoso has left his defensive approach and freed his Sundowns attackers?
He needs to. Sundowns plays shoe shine and piano. There's a reason why they call South African flair or football shoe shine and piano. Is because we believe in playing the ball on the ground, and the ball keeps on moving. And we are not a defending a nation when it comes to football. Yes, when it comes to defense, we are very big nowadays. But even our defenders, look at our defenders. I can single a couple of defenders. Look at the likes of Grand Kekane at Sundowns, Cupido, Mabena and whoever. They can build from the back.
Yeah, very comfortable with the ball at their feet.
Very comfortable with the ball when they have it on their feet. It's the culture of South African football. It's all about flair. It's all about relaxation. That's why it's called shoe shine and piano. Because the way we play football, it's like we are shining or polishing something. You get my point? We take our time. We enjoy what we do when our players are playing soccer. So I think Cardoso is currently leaning to that strategy and saying, no, man, this worked where I was coming from. Now in South Africa, it doesn't work. These people are football players. They are knocking the ball. They are looking for the ball. They are always looking into exploiting those spaces, getting into the small spaces, making sure that they get involved. If you watch South African football, I mean, most of the times when the players are playing, you can tell that they are involved. You can tell that from defense, from line of defense, from goalkeeping department up until the strike of the team, everybody gets to taste and see what they are doing in terms of sharing the ball. So I think he's on the right track, and he's bringing back proper players into the team. I mean, big ups for bringing Mkolisi back to the team, because, wow, the boy, we knew that he was marvel to watch. He was introduced to us by the likes of Mangoba Mngiti and Rulani Mokwena. What a player.
Yeah.
You don't have Tambazwane there. Mkolisi is your boy. He can play those forward passes and everything and stuff. So I think he's opening up to the South African culture or style or way of playing football. Yeah,
he's also had a full pre-season as well. I mean, last season he came in mid-season, but now he's had some time to adjust to, as you mentioned, what South African football requires and how to assess his players. And, they've started off really well.
Yes, they started off really well, and I'm so happy that he's adjusting and he's adapting to the South African style of play, it works for us. I mean, come on, man. The PSL teams are doing so well. I'm not going to say a lot.
Yeah.
The PSL teams are doing a lot. Look at Bafana.
Yeah. All right.
That's proof enough that the kind of football that they're playing, it works it pans out fine just for them.
Is Cardoso going to hand Rulani Mokwena his second CAF Champions League defeat? Or Rulani Mokwena get one over his former employers?
It's going to be a tug-of-war kind of game. It won't be a one-sided kind of game. Everyone will get their time to shine or opportunity to snatch the game away from the other. But it's about who's going to take the opportunities when they are made available or when they are created.
When they present themselves, who's going to take the game by the scruff of the neck?
Yes, you get my point. So between the two, whoever's going to take the opportunities when they are presented and utilize them is going to walk away with a win. But I can easily and confidently say I see a tie in this one.
All right. Mo, just before we wrap up, I know you mentioned the likes of Bafana Bafana. Hugo Broos has released his preliminary 54-man squad. There were a number of notable exclusions as well as inclusions. Who from his current list has caught your attention?
New names. In terms of new names, man, I can say I'm very much happy that he called Tylan Smith.
The QPR, yeah?
Yeah, the under-23 QPR defender. And also I'm very much happy with the inclusion of Chandra Campbell. I also saw Luke Leroux on the list. So he called much of the players right now that are actively doing well in their teams, and he wants it to be a fair selection. Obviously, certain names were left out, which is now people are, talking too much and everything, which is, we are used to it. You get my point. The coach can call, for instance, for me, I'm also a bit upset that Tembingo Siloj was not, called in the 54 preliminary. But Hugo Bruce is the coach, he's the master, he has been doing it. He's 28 or 27 games undefeated. I respect the man, I take a bow. There is no need for me to find small faults and say, but no, he has done the unthinkable, and let's respect the decision that the man has made in terms of the preliminary squad that he has selected. Like I said, Chiefs fans always complain. There are 5 players there who have been pre-selected, who are in the preliminary squad. Let's see who can make the top. Is it top 23? Top 23.
The final 23.
From that team. I'm not going to single out any names. The coach will be the one introducing those names, and whoever is on that list to go partake in the AFCON in Morocco. Let's rally and support behind them. But I'm very much happy. He has mixed a bit of experience with young players, skillful players, with creative and innovative players, tough defenders and smart defenders, and a very strong and solid goalkeeping department with proper backup if anything happens to Ronwen. China is Mr. Chain Foot, clean sheet. He will step up and do the most. So I'm pretty much happy with the players that I saw on the list.
All right. Well, football fans, you've heard it right here from African football expert Mogale Sathekge calling a tug-of-war encounter between MC Alger and Mamelodi Sundowns punting a draw. If you agree with this prediction, let us know in the comments. And if you haven't liked this video already, please do so. From all of us in studio, thanks and goodbye.
It's a show. It's a show. It's a show, brababa.
For more soccer betting tips and previews, get the latest edition of Soccer Betting News for only 10 Rand at your nearest Hollywood Bets branch or newsagent.